made this evening possible. Now, once again, we'll thank all of them. One more round of applause. And now, with your permission, I would like to invite Fatih Ozcan, the IID Mississippi representative, for welcoming remarks tonight.
I was not ready. I was still eating, but I can make some remarks. Can you hear me? Probably I am hungry. I didn't finish eating, so this is why you don't hear me. Dear distinguished guests, it is custom of such a programs to recognize prominent figures in that region. Most of the attendees tonight actually needs to be recognized. As recognizing so many people requires too much time, let me be simple to say, dear noble-minded people of the beautiful state of Mississippi, I greet you with the greeting of peace. On behalf of the Institute of Interfaith Dialogue, I would like to welcome you all to 2011 Friendship, Dialogue, Dinner, and Award Ceremony. We are gathered here for a very meaningful event, not only to break bread and share food as members of diverse religious and cultural backgrounds, but also honor the individuals who have left their mark in the great state of Mississippi. Through media, education, public service, leadership, and make their examples be heard and shared by all. These individuals consider differences as the richness of Mississippi. They motivate Mississippians to strengthen the relationship between the building blocks of our society and establish harmony, which ultimately makes Mississippi stronger. The awards that we will give out this evening honor individuals who are the bearers of the good news of spring, for the more peaceful world. These individuals are on the road working like a messiah to revive people with their breath, with their writings, with their activities and community service so that envy and hatred in our community melt away. I consider it is a great privilege to be in their presence tonight and would like to congratulate them once again for their impressive work. I would like to highlight a few things regarding the Institute of Interfaith Dialogue, as well as friendship dinners and award ceremonies. In year 2002, a small group of Muslim Turkish Americans, inspired by the contemporary Islamic scholar Mr. Fethullah Gülen, met with the idea of promoting peace in the society. Yet this group was kind of small in size, but had a very ambitious dream. Their ambition was to help bring communities together to promote cooperation, partnership, and community service through interfaith dialogue and conversation. After all faith members came together with the message of peace because God is peace. He sent messengers to bring peace to earth in order to reflect the essence of faith. A small but ambitious group established IID in Austin, Texas, instead of waiting for others to come. The group members decided to invite brothers and sisters of various faiths to interfaith dinners. After all, nothing is more common than offering food in various faiths. Hinduism says you are neighbors, while the Buddhism sees seeking to serve others as a greatest quality. Prophet Abraham never ate a meal unless he had a guest to feed. While a Jew saw training the face to smile at a nasty neighbor as a spiritual work, Prophet Jesus ate with a diverse set of people. He further broke the barriers by commanding that, love your neighbors as yourself. When he was asked about who is the neighbor, he said, he is the one whoever you meet and whoever in need. And the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, advised his followers, whoever sleeps with a full tummy while his neighbor was hungry is not one of us. And Fethullah Gülen, as I mentioned that our organization is inspired from, said, "Be so tolerant that your heart become white like the ocean. Become inspired with the faith and love of human beings. Let there be no troubled souls to whom you do not offer a hand and about whom you remain unconcerned." Fethullah Gülen is a scholar, thinker, imam who used every opportunity to establish a peace in the world. He took a step forward while meeting with the Pope John Paul II by suggesting that he and the Pope John Paul can make joint visits to such a historical holy cities such as Antioch, Ephesus, and Jerusalem, and hold conferences in various cities of the world. He suggested that they could open a university or a faculty of theology in Urfa, which is the birthplace of Father Abraham, and to teach Islam, Christianity, and Judaism together. These offers are significant steps toward a better understanding among members of these religions. The Mississippians quickly embraced the message after they heard what Mr. Gülen said. Since then, IID is serving in Mississippi and quickly became one of the most eminent organizations that played in the interfaith arena of the Mississippi. This work of tolerance are not something we came up, but the flowers of our history. When the messenger Muhammad, peace be upon him, needed a safe place for some of his believers, he did not choose a relative clans or nearby states. He sent them to an African Christian kingdom of Abyssinia by saying that, "Go to Abyssinia. There is a king called Najashi. He is a person of the book. No one is treated unjustly there." Then hundreds of Muslims migrated to Abyssinia in 615 AD. On 619, Najran Christians, which is the part of Saudi Arabia right now, visited Messenger Muhammad, peace be upon him, in his mosque to listen the message directly from him. In some point, they needed to pray. Messenger Muhammad suggested that they can pray in the mosque, and they did so. After their conversation ended, they chose not to accept Islam, but they signed an agreement called Medina Treaty, which provides full freedom of practicing their religion and establishing their courts based on what they believe. This agreement is considered as the first in its kind. And in 1492, Jews from Spain requested the help from the Ottoman Empire. We call the empire's president as a sultan. The Ottoman Sultan Yıldırım Beyazıt, because they were under the persecution. The Sultan Beyazıt sent his commander Kemal Reis to Spain and brought 150,000 Jews to Istanbul and Salonika and have them settled there. What we are doing is not something new, but the continuation of what we have already had throughout history. The basic premise of IID is simple. Human conflict around the world have many dimensions: economic, political, ethnic, and religious. Religion is often not the cause of the problem, but the agents acting out of the political or economic motives often find it convenient to paint the conflict in religious terms. In other words, we believe that the enemy of peace and the harmony is not differences. The enemy is lack of knowledge about one another and lack of understanding these differences. Ladies and gentlemen, by coming together here at one table, we prove that this is a situation of great richness with remarkable opportunities for mutual understanding and for creating a society rooted in common values. We give the society the idea that people can live together regardless of group, faith, or ideology. Together, listening and responding with openness and respect, we can move forward to work in ways that acknowledge genuine differences, but build on shared hopes and values to attain peace. Please make sure that your sincere endeavors inspire and encourage all to do what they can to promote dialogue, respect, and understanding among all peoples of the world, regardless of differences and certain adverse conditions. I would like to thank the organizer of this dinner, the contributions from the advisory committee of IID, and sponsors for their support in making this event possible. I would like to especially thank Dr. Hank Barnes for accepting our humble invitation to share his vision and thoughts about the role of education toward mutual respect. And finally, I would like to thank each of every one of you on a personal level for your supports. Now, I would like to leave you, we have a very interesting and unique project, and I would like to leave you with the presentation about the monument-like project, Interfaith Garden Project, where the groundbreaking ceremony is scheduled on October 18, which is today, 3 hours ago. They started 3 hours ago, they have done the groundbreaking ceremony in IID headquarters. The Interfaith Garden was motivated by the desire to set an inspiring monument like example of spirit of peaceful coexistence of major world faiths. It was inspired by many living examples of synagogue, church, and mosque that was established by our ancestors centuries ago in the same garden. Still, we have several, 3 or 4 church, synagogue, and mosque established in same garden, and they are still operating. And thank you so much for participating in this event, and God bless you all.